Beetlejuice 2 is dropping this year, isn't it? Tim Burton's.
Yeah.
I like the first Beetlejuice, but I mean, I think Tim Burton lost his juice a while ago, and I think that will be shit. I'll be honest with you right now.
When's the last good Tim Burton movie?
The last Tim Burton movie, in my opinion, that was good for me, I've always said this, was 2007 Sweeney Todd, which I do like. But I think that was the last one. I didn't like
since then.
He did Big Eyes, which was the one with Christoph Waltz and Amy Adams.
Okay.
He did Alice in Wonderland. He did Dumbo. He did
he's really lost.
Dark Shadows. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children with Eva Green. And there was one more, Frankenweenie, that was it. So he's done like 7 films since then. He releases like a lot. But I just think he's shit now. I think he's lost it. I didn't watch Wednesday, to be fair. Although, was he even a director on Wednesday's episode? I think he was just... Did he direct anything?
He might have just been a producer.
Yeah, I think he was a producer.
Yeah, so I just have a feeling it's something terrible. I know it's like the returning cast. Plus like Willem Dafoe, which is... I mean, it's Willem Dafoe. You know? He's good at everything. But...
He's got the juice.
Yeah, he's got the fucking juice, but I just think it'd be shit. I just don't think it'd be very good. I don't know. I just don't really like Tim Burton anymore. But who knows? That might be interesting. Sherlock Holmes 3, is that this year? No. I'm just looking. Okay.
I didn't even know we were getting a Sherlock Holmes 3.
I had no idea. I'm looking on the
Bob Marley biopic in like a month. Bob Marley, One Love.
Oh yeah. Oh, A Quiet Place. Day one.
Yeah, that looks good. With Peter Nyong'o, that looks good.
This a prequel, isn't it?
They bumped up the budget. Like the budget's like $100 million on that, I think. And the first A Quiet Place was like $2 million. So I don't know where all that money's gonna go to, but
they made a lot of money though, didn't they? I think the second one specifically made like crazy amounts.
Mm-hmm.
It's in like the top 10 highest grossing horrors ever, I'm pretty sure at this stage, or at least top 5 maybe.
We got to shout out Kung Fu Panda 4. I know a lot of our viewers are excited for that.
I think it'd be good, but
we'll jump into the sequels and franchises at this point. We're talking about those anyways.
My kind of issue with Kung Fu Panda 4 is I think they're going to cram so much into it. Like they put out a statement saying that every villain's going to be in it. Yeah, every major character. It's like
production.
They're going to try and make this like a legacy thing where like they just bring so many characters back, and I think it'll just be a bit messy. But I generally tend to enjoy. I really like the first 2 Kung Fu Pandas. I think the third one is a bit meh.
Agree.
But I generally enjoy them, so I think I'll probably get some enjoyment out of it. It's just not something I'm crazy about at this stage anyway. Definitely.
I think it's crazy. We're already getting another Transformers movie this year. We're getting Transformers 1.
Are we really?
And I believe the cast is completely different. So like, I don't know if they were like in parallel, because this one's Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Brian Tyree Henry, Lawrence Fishburne, John Hamm. Oh shit! Wait, is this? No, is this?
Is anything going to come of that?
Oh, it's animated. Scene? It's animated. Never mind.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's the animated one, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that one.
Do you guys think we'll ever get that Transformers G.I. Joe movie that they teased at the end?
I mean, Beasts? They kind of like led right up to it, but
I know.
Who knows? Seth, what all do you know about the Lord of the Rings movie? Because I haven't seen a single thing about the War of Rohirrim.
Literally not much at all. I know it's a rough adaptation. I know that I only know that the guy obviously directing it is the guy who was in charge of Ghost in the Shell, who wrote the majority of the show. I know there's a few people involved in it. Who...
Wait, is it a remake?
No, it's not to do with that. It's not it's not like a direct Fellowship story or anything like that. It's literally based on the War of Rohirrim, which is can't remember the exact timeline. Because it is weird how, even though it's obviously not a direct Hollywood film, or I don't know, it might be actually, but like it is weird how it's kind of gone under the wraps a little bit, just in terms of the marketing, because it's still a Lord of the Rings project, and we haven't had a Lord of the Rings or a Middle Earth film since
Battle of Five
Armies, yeah. So it is kind of weird how it's kind of not really been talked about that much. But I mean, just because it's related to Lord of the Rings, I'm definitely excited for it in that regard. I just don't know exactly what's going to come of it as of yet. But I know apparently the animation style of the studio, studio's name is usually really, really efficient, really good. And I also like how they've got some of the previous actors doing some of the voice acting as well. I think that's a really, really cool idea. But yeah, not much. Also this year, the thing is coming out. What was it called? I fucking lost it now. It was a sequel. Someone tell me what a sequel's coming out.
I have a list of like 30 others.
Yeah, I don't know. I should look at.
No, there was a big one. Shit.
Another Ghostbusters movie.
Furiosa.
The Strangers Chapter 1, which shout out me.
Prequel then?
Yeah. That's coming out.
I still need to see the second one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Weirdly, it's nothing. It's directed by the same guy who directed Die Hard 2. That's so random. That's Rennie Harlin. And he also directed Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which George rated a 1.5, and so did Owen. So I'm imagining not great from that one. But that's interesting. I'm excited for that because I like those films. Well, I mean, the first one's like, nah, but I think I like the second one.
We're getting the reboot of the Twisters movie.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fun cast of young people. Let me see. Pull it up. I'm pretty sure they just cast like a bunch of good looking people in it.
That's
you guys like The Crow?
Oh, yeah. The Isaac Chung.
Do you guys like The Crow, the original Crow, the comic book movie?
You
don't see The Crow?
I mean, I've seen it, but probably not in a very, very long time.
I don't know if it's a remake or a reimagining, whatever. That's coming out this year with Bill Skarsgård as the guy, which could be interesting because I like Bill Skarsgård a lot, and I think that could be quite cool.
Katie O'Brien's in Twisters also, so it might be the year of Katie O'Brien in 2024. But Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones, Anthony Ramos, David Cornsweet, Maura Tierney.
Interesting.
Pretty solid cast.
When does the Amy Winehouse thing come out?
Yeah, that's
gonna be shit.
That's gonna be
I haven't seen anything on, so it might be 2025. I don't know.
No, it's just 2024 on here actually.
Oh, it is really? Wow.
Yeah.
A low-rated movie from a lot of people.
Oh, it's directed by fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Has she done anything else of note? I'd never heard her.
She directed 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, this all makes so much sense now. This is just all adding up so much.
Oh, yeah, actually is. That's crazy.
Speaking of original films, we didn't talk about that new Adam Sandler movie, Spaceman.
Oh, yeah. Because
it's funny because you hear Adam Sandler, my mind immediately went to like, oh, let's make fun of it. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's like another serious one. He's like,
I'll watch this.
Paul Dano and Carey Mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Miller's Girl coming out with
like in a month.
Jen
Ortega and Martin Freeman. Borderlands is coming to the big screen. We'll see how that translates.
Oh man, I used to love the Borderlands games. I used to play them all the time.
I wonder, like, I don't know. Are they doing it like live action and then like adding in that like cartoon effect over people?
I would
the
assume
cast is mostly silly people like Kevin Hart and Jack Black, but like Kate Blanchett's the lead, so like it could go either way for Borderlands if it's going to be good.
Yeah, Borderlands is another one which could go either way. I used to love the games actually, so I'm very. It starts about Eli Roth. What the fuck?
I know, that's wild.
Eli Roth's on a kick now though because Thanksgiving was fun as fuck. So maybe, I mean, Eli Roth currently is like running 1 out of like 9 for me. So his batting record isn't great, but like he might be on the turnaround.
It's funny because Borderlands, the video game, is such like cartoonish violence, but then Eli Roth could just come in there and just make it like gruesome, bloody.
I think he will.
Horrific, and people will be like, "What the hell is
this?" Despicable Me 4.
We didn't mention Maxine.
Oh, that's the one I mentioned because Mia Goth.
Just kicked someone in the face.
She's being sued by, if anyone hasn't heard, she's being sued by an extra. Because apparently she kicked him in the head with a boot on, and then after went over to him and like mimicked him and said, what are you going to do about it, yada yada, and antagonized him, which is very
not
horrible, really weird. To be honest, I don't hold out big hope for Maxine anyway, personally, just because I don't like the fact of it being like a slasher mystery, but you never know, it could be good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really. Paddington 3. I still haven't seen the first 2 Paddingtons, so
you got to get on that. I think you'll love those.
You definitely got to get on.
Probably,
that.
We're getting Wicked Part 1. Sorry, Ariana Grande. I don't know how that's going to be, but people are excited for that.
Terrifier 3 will be interesting because I do like how they've gone like the Christmas route. It's not really for me, but I think a lot of people get enjoyment. Sonic 3, I haven't seen the other Sonic films, so I have no idea.
They're like slightly, to me, the Sonic movies are just like a slight step below like the Mario movie, where like I watched them and I like didn't hate them, but I was like, it's whatever. It's like it's a Sonic adaptation. Whatever.
I very much dislike those movies.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon is coming out. Oh yeah, Part 2.
Dude, we're not getting the director's cut of Part 1 till like June.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a while because when isn't the Part 2 coming out in like April or some shit?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
They're the way they're handling that is so weird. I would have never thought I'd be excited for Saw 11, but after Saw 10, I'm very excited to see where they're going.
When does Saw 11 come out?
In like October, I think.
I still need to see Saw 10.
We should have mentioned the Garfield movie, which will be shit.
Chris Pratt gonna make another bag from voice acting.
From talking, just his normal voice.
Let's see. Go ahead.
That horror Imaginary. was the one with like the teddy bear or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I know I mean, oh my god, that guy's previous directing films. Let's just not talk about that. That's terrible.
Oh god. Smile 2, you guys excited for that?
No. Yeah, well, George is, because I fucking hate. We had this. This is like one of the OG.
Dude, I'm still so stunned that you do not like that movie.
Maybe I should rewatch it.
It's good original horror.
Hated it. I'll watch the second one though.
When you have like just like silly, stupid movies like that, they need to like lean into it more. Like, why is the sequel not like Frown or Scowl? Like, come on, like, let's be, like, if we're gonna be ridiculous, let's be ridiculous.
And then they just frown.
Yeah, it's just all Florence Pugh's doing a little frown face.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Florence Pugh. Yeah, hilarious. Bro. What's Abigail? Melissa Barrera.
Dude. Yeah.
I like Angus Cloud was in that.
Did you see the trailer reaction I did to that movie Long Legs?
No.
Can we
I imagine?
Can we watch a trailer right now?
Okay.
Like all together? Is that a thing, or will we get like copyrighted?
I don't think. Can you get copyrighted?
Well, we did for like our ReelTok award show, but I knew that was gonna happen anyway. So like, we just won't get monetized for like the episode if we show a trailer.
All right, then forget it. When we're done with this episode, watch that trailer.
Okay. It's a horror. I imagine it's a horror based on the name.
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
Oh,
M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's coming out with the film this year. That's her directorial debut comes out this year apparently, which is called The Watchers. It's got like a couple of people in it you might know, like Dakota Fanning, namely, and then also Georgina Campbell, who was obviously the main woman in Barbarian. Set as like I think it's like a thriller, horror, fantasy, whatever. So that could be interesting. You know, you never know.
George's new Shyamalan hater angle should be like being the biggest fan ever of that movie and just saying like how like Shyamalan's daughter in one film bodied M. Night Shyamalan's entire career.
I mean, he's producing this. Obviously, his company's producing it, but that could be interesting. That's meant to come out this year, so that could be cool. Another sequel is Bad Boys 4. Won't watch it. Couldn't give it less of a kid. I actually unironically really like the first two Bad Boys movies. I grew up with them too.
Is the second one Bad Boys for Life?
That's the third one.
No,
I haven't watched that one.
Bad Boys for Life came out like 2-3 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was the new. I didn't watch that one, but I like the first two. I think they're good action comedy fun. I think because they're Michael Bay, aren't they?
The first one definitely.
I'm sure they're both.
They really shot themselves in the foot by naming the third film Bad Boys for Life, huh?
No, they're both Michael Bay. Yeah, I really like them both, and they're really fun. But yeah, I just couldn't even bother watching the film because you know what it's going to be. It's the same with a new Beverly Hills Cop film is coming out this year with Eddie Murphy, the fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? You know, at this point,
Eddie Murphy lost his juice a long time ago.
90s Eddie Murphy was factually funny. Like now, I just
hilarious.
Yeah,
but like Coming to America.
I hated that.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, terrible.
I didn't watch that.
I like Ghostbusters 4.
I don't care what Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are so many sequels. It's actually absurd.
This year is not actually looking that good. I'll be honest.
No, because when I was preparing for the box office draft we're gonna do later, like I was looking, like every time I Google 2024 in box office, all the articles are about how like we're expecting like 2024 the box office to be like a couple billion less than like last year. Like it's gonna be a really big down year for the movie industry.
I can see this being like a very top heavy movie, like a really solid top heavy year. Like our top fives are going to be heavy hitters, and then after that,
they should drop down. Yeah, like I'd compare it to like for me, it was like was it maybe like 2020 for me?
Yeah,
where
like the COVID year or something.
There was like 4 or like maybe 2021. I can't remember. Maybe like 2021 actually, like 4 like bangers, and then it really like had a huge drop off after that, and then like just a bunch of like solid films and just a bunch of nonsense after it. But like there isn't that much I'm excited about. Like when we did the draft, I was looking for it and I was like, after the first like 6 picks, I was like, I mean, yeah, I might pick that.
We're gonna have 3.5 out of 5s in our top 10.
In our top, yeah, that's the year. The First Omen, obviously, we went over that on a previous episode. That's coming out this year as well. I mean, who cares? It's a horror film, so it'll probably be shit. That's kind of. Have you seen this Roadhouse poster, by the way, on Letterboxd?
Yeah, that's the one I was.
That looks like a Steven Seagal action movie poster. That is going to be.
Dude, it looks like a poster, like a shitty documentary.
Although it's directed by Doug Liman, who directed Edge of Tomorrow, and like a few other good action films. But so you know, you never know. That could actually be
Conor McGregor, bro.
No. Yeah, when I saw he was in it, I knew that it'd be shit.
I do not believe it's going to be a good movie.
I'm
No,
pretty
it's a
sure
real-
when the news first came out, though, like I remember seeing a lot of people say like, well, based on like the way the first Roadhouse went, like only expect Conor McGregor to be in for like the first 5 minutes, and then it'll like be just Jake Gyllenhaal training alone.
It probably will be. Conor
Like, it'll
McGregor's
probably just be like
a
his
good
first. It
name.
might just be like his first fight, and then that's what like he loses and gets down in the dumps, and you never see McGregor.
They're gonna
Conor
market
McGregor-
him like even if he has 5 minutes in the movie, they're gonna market him like the main character.
This is the thing. Like, that's why they did the UFC thing, because Conor McGregor is the biggest name in combat sports. So it's a case of, if you're doing a film directed, surrounding MMA, if you can just get the main guy in, probably pay him like 20-30 million, honestly, to be in like 5 minutes of film, that's going to generate the audience from an MMA point of view. And that's what they want to really drive into that fan base, because that's what the film's about. And that's why they did the whole, film to the UFC kind of thing. But I think it'd be like what Tara said. I think you'll be in it for 5 minutes. Realistically, I don't think it'd be.
Especially because it's a Prime Video release, so I don't even know if it's getting a theatrical run.
Oh, it's going to be shit.
Yeah.
That is fuck. The Prime release.
I mean, I think Sound of Metal was a Prime release too and didn't get a theatrical run. So, there's chances.
Pick it at straws. Look how many bad Prime videos like movies.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess we can move on to comic book movies because it's one of the quietest year we've had in forever.
I do want to mention this quickly. There's a film coming out. Actually, this is a good one. A Norwegian film coming out called Handling the Undead, with
a lot of horror coming out
with Renat Rinsby, who was obviously the main girl and worst person in the world, Oslo August 31st. And it's also got Anders Danielson Live, one of my favorite actors working today, who was in that trilogy. He's one of the main guys in Worst Person in the World.
I love that movie.
And I believe it's like a mystery horror. So that could be really good. I don't know anything about it other than that, but I love those two main actors. So I think that could be really, really interesting. I think that's one that I've not actually, I didn't even know that was coming out. I've just seen it on Letterboxd now. It's quite a cool one. But yeah, carry on, Tom.
So one of the quietest years we've had for comic book movies in maybe 15 years. I don't even know. But in chronological order, we'll go through them. There's 5 that are coming out. So we have Madam Web on February 14th, which
just
Dakota Johnson's brainwashed us all into go see now because
I wish Sydney Sweeney did that. That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It looks like a fan-made film.
It looks like that Spider-Man film.
It does not look great, but I mean, they're marketing it correctly, so they're doing well.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's that video was just hilarious. Like, what country was that for? Because like there was subtitles of some like, I feel like it was like some Asian.
Did you guys see how the like suit was leaked on like a Japanese like?
Yeah, on like a Japanese like juice bottle or something. It's just
so weird.
Something's going on in Asia with Madam Web. So maybe it's gonna be like Aquaman type numbers where like it's not gonna do great in like America, and then we're just gonna look at like the Asian box office, and it's like burn up the box office. But then after that we have Kraven the Hunter, so another Sony-verse movie. We have 3 Sony, so there's only 5 comic book movies this year, and 3 of them are Sony's. So Sony's kind of running the show this year. Not going to be great. Maybe it's the year of Levinson Johnson, or no, Taylor Johnson, because he's got a movie coming out. His wife's got a movie coming out. But Kraven the Hunter, honestly, I think might be the worst of the 3. Like, I just have no faith in that movie. I think and El Muerto was supposed to come out this year too. So Sony was about to have 4 out of 6 of the
which is that? Is that like a Spider-Man film?
Yeah, it's the guy at the beginning of Spider-Man 1 that he fights in the ring.
Oh yeah, sure, of course. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be that dude. But yeah, the 2 Sonyverse films to start the year, I think, are gonna be shit. What's your guys' prediction? Call it right now. Which one do you think you would like more?
Probably Kraven, because Aaron Taylor Johnson's kind of
I wanted to say Madam Web, but I don't think I can, honestly.
No,
I don't think between the 3 of us, either of those movies get above a 2-star.
Yeah,
between
the 3 of us,
the 3 of us. None of us will rate either of those.
Oh, I thought you meant like add it up. I was like, okay, that's
no. Just none of us.
I'd take the over on
that.
Yeah.
I mean, since playing Spider-Man 2, I've got a newfound love for Kraven as a character.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if that'll translate.
Was Madam Web in any of the Spider-Man movies or games?
No. I don't know if that'll. Wait, no, yeah, no. I can't remember now, but I don't know if Kraven will translate.
You got to download the Searching for Spiders in the Amazon DLC for Spider-Man 2.
Who's directing it? The Kraven one? Anyone like notable? Maybe.
No. J.C. Chandor. He did the Triple Frontier movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh, interesting.
I actually kind of like that movie.
And
it's fine.
Yeah, and Margin Call with Kevin Spacey.
That's not.
I haven't seen the Triple Frontier. That's the one with like the really good cast, isn't it? Yeah.
Both not bad movies.
Mm-hmm. So there's hope.
Okay.
There's hope. But after the two Sonyverse movies, then we get Deadpool 3, which I think
I'm so nervous.
what we were talking about for last, on our award show, we were just saying like how it was a 3-man race for best comic book movie of the year. How it was like The Killer, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Spider-Man were like 3 clear top ones. I think next year's like Deadpool 3 and Joker 2 are probably the only 2 that have a shot at being like the best of the year out of these 5, because the other 3 Sonyverse ones, I mean, you're not really expecting them to be better. But Deadpool 3,
when does Deadpool come out?
that's the summer, so I can't.
I've got a while to watch that. That's fine.
But this one, so they've all, I didn't realize this until like yesterday, they all 3 had different directors, but this one's Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy, but also directed like Real Steel, Night at the Museum, The Adam Project. Night at the Museum honestly was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. Yeah, he directed Big Fat Liar. Never mind, I'm back in. Big Fat Liar bangs. Wait, maybe he was just like a producer on that, because like looking at it, because like Arrival is showing up on his IMDb, so maybe he was like a producer.
No, he produced Arrival.
The midful.
So he has some hits, he has some misses, but yeah, it's the 3rd different director for the Deadpool series. Getting Wolverine back. We were getting a ton of leaks about this movie, and then they kind of stopped after like Ryan Reynolds like stopped fucking coming to our sets. But yeah, I don't know. I really like I'm one of the rare people who like Deadpool 2 more than Deadpool 1, but it's like barely. They're basically tied for me. But I love Deadpool 2. I saw it in theaters when I lived in Boston, and I was just laughing my ass off during that movie. But I'm excited for it. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but we'll see how it goes. I think a lot of people are just kind of tired of Ryan Reynolds' shtick at this point. But then we get Joker, which I think Joker is going to be like the opposite of Joker 1 in terms of, I think critics are going to love this one, and I think fans are going to hate this one because it's a musical. It's going to be a lot different. I think this will not be a fan favorite.
Nervous.
Hot take. I actually think it might be better.
That's not. I think a lot of people will think it's better. That's why I think it'll be.
I'm excited to see Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I will say that.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen Lady Gaga in anything before, because I didn't watch House Gucci. I haven't watched
The Star is Born.
Wow, you haven't seen Star is Born?
No, I haven't seen that. I need to watch it.
Yeah, she's great in A Star is Born. Really great.
Interesting.
But I think it's clear between Joker, Folly Do, and Deadpool 3 that one of those will be at the end of the year, crowned the best comic book movie of the year. Because other than that, we got then Venom 3, which I loved Venom 1 a lot. Venom 2 sucks.
I haven't seen Venom 2.
Venom 3, I don't really have high hopes for, but
Jeez, it really is light this year. That's crazy.
It's super light. I think there might be some like animated ones maybe I'm missing. Like obviously there's gonna be DCAU stuff.
Isn't Transformers like count? I guess isn't Transformers?
Yeah, I guess Transformers counts, and then, but yeah, like
we already got Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1.
Yeah,
which obviously not as well marketed as any of the comic book movies we've mentioned, but also just not as people don't follow the DCAU the way they follow even like the fucking Venom trilogy.